The topic for the panel discussion is AI in agriculture, transforming farming through smart decisions and predictive analysis. And the moderator is Sophia Molin. Sophia is the CEO of Epicon Capital Club, a leading investment advisory platform connecting family offices and private investors in Middle East. And along with her, the first speaker is Deepak Parikh. He is the founder of HNYB, a globally recognized business leader, strategist, and technology evangelist, honored by the World Economic Forum as the technical pioneer and listed among the top 10 agripreneurs by Future Agrio Challenge. He has 24 years of experience across 34 countries. Along with him, we have Mr. Srinivas Viranki, who is the managing director of Agri-Reveal Crop Services. He has 27 years of experience in R&D and leadership roles across the global agrochemical companies. Along with him, we have Dov Fatman, the Chief Financial Officer at the Tevel Aerobiotics Technology. With an extensive background in financial leadership, Dov has previously served as CFO and Senior Board Manager of Lahav Aerostructure at the Israel Aerospace Industries. Along with him, the speaker is Felipe Isai Barito from the HelloPass.ai GmbH, where he developed the RiverFox, a decision support platform that uses AI, satellite data, and crop models to optimize irrigation and sustainability practices. The last speaker in this panel is Bibi Hakdan, who is the founder and CEO of Hakdan International Limited, a multinational agricultural engineering company based in Oman. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a huge round of applause with the diversity and the experience of this panel.
On AI in agriculture, transforming farming through smart decisions and predictive analytics. Agriculture has always been one of humanity's most essential industries, and today it stands at the intersection of tradition and technology. We'll explore how AI is redefining modern farming, the opportunities and challenges it brings, and how stakeholders from innovators to investors can harness these technologies for real impact. Let's begin our discussion with a very brief introduction. So it was mentioned already, but because of the very, very strong background of each of the panelists, I just want to mention very briefly. I have a different order. Let me start with Bibik. Bibik Hakdan is the co-founder and CEO of Hakdan International LLC, a multinational agriculture engineering company based in Oman. With over 20 years of experience in agri-tech and sustainable farming, she is a recognized expert in controlled environment, agriculture, and a global advocate for empowering women and driving innovation. Pleasure to have you with us, Bibik. I'll start with the first question. With your extensive experience in sustainable agriculture and controlled environment farming, how do you see AI and predictive analytics helping farmers optimize resource use, such as water, nutrients, and energy, while improving crop yield and sustainability?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. As all of you know, we have been working with the IoT over years, but the problem with the IoT always it was they gave us just the data. AI today help us to convert the data to the information that farmer and expert can use. For example, you asked how AI can support us to reduce the use of the energy, water. I will go with the water. Right now, with using the AI and integrated with the IoT, the sensors give us real-time moisture and all the data from the soil. Then we can use the automation in irrigation to give the accurate water that the soil and the plant needs. And in other use of the AI, right now in the many farms in North America, we are using the drone. With drone imagery, we can get the water data from the soil and with forecasting the evaporation easily with modeling and using the AI, we can have accurate data for the farmers. Then they can give the exact amount of water that the plant needs. So minimum 40% of the water usage reduced with the integration of the AI and IoT these days in the farms. And you mentioned regards the energy. In controlled environments and vertical farming, AI modeling can help us to reduce the energy with forecasting how much the energy needs for each plant, how much LEDs and HVACs using the energy, and how much plants needs the energy. So in this case also we can use it. And I forgot the second one. It was water, energy.
So it was
nutrient,
water,
okay.
Nutrients,
okay.
Yes.
Yes, for the nutrient. In the past, farmers blanket the fertilizer in the farm. But right now, with having the drones, AIs, and mapping by the drones and using the AI, farmers and experts can understand which part of the farm needs more fertilizer, how much it needs, and in the case that they are using the herbicide, only the parts and the plants that they need utilizing the fertilizer and the herbicide, they can absorb the product, and spraying accurately on those plants, it's decreased, significantly using the fertilizer and chemical in the farms.
Perfect, thank you so much for that. Moving on to Mr. Deepak Parikh, who is the founder of HNYB and a global recognized business leader, strategist and technology evangelist, honored by the World Economic Forum as a technology pioneer and listed among the top 10 agropreneurs by Future Agro Challenge Greece. Deepak has been a driving force in advancing innovation across technology, finance, agriculture, and food systems. Deepak, given your extensive experience in agri-tech and AI for good, how do you see predictive analytics reshaping decision-making for smallholder farmers, especially in developing economies where data accessibility is still a challenge?
Thanks for a very interesting question. See, when we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, right, the challenge is that we as a technocrats, this side of the table, we make it so intimidating for small and marginal farmers that they get scared. So I go to a farmer and say that actually I'll be pulling data from various earth stations, giving weather information, then using remote sensing images to see the health of your farm. And then actually I'll be using IoT to find what is there in your soil, and then I'll give you advisory on what needs to be done. This guy gets shit scared that actually I'm just having 1 acre of land. Maybe what these technology they're talking about, they'll charge me the cost equivalent to the cost of my land itself. So I believe, first of all, when we talk about technology, when you have to take it to the small and marginal farmers, the technology needs to be invisible, right? It's about the value which is being driven. So when you tell a farmer exactly what needs to be done, right, this is where the predictive analytics comes in. Behind the hood, you can take all sort of data, whether you're talking about satellite-based remote sensing data, data from the drone, data from IoT, sensors, but that is only just one part of it. When we're talking about productivity, farmer doesn't need productivity, frankly. Higher the productivity, lower the price. We have seen what's happening in US, right? Farmers had a bumper crop of soybean, and then you are having a challenge when they have to plead to the government and say that give me subsistence, because actually even in one of the most advanced economies, right, with one of the highest per capita GDP, I need support. So when we talk about just the productivity, then actually this is not going to help farmers, right? What is going to help farmer is that actually how do we increase his profitability? Now this is where again the predictive analytics of the markets comes in. So we have to understand, and I have been the practitioner of all these technology since 2015, working across more than 40 countries with the small and marginal farmers. What I've seen is that whenever we get a technology which increases their productivity, if you go back to them after 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, their life has still not changed. right? For society, we can say that less water, better environment, less greenhouse gases, all these things is great. But is farmer profitable? If he's not profitable at the small scale, then actually like in all this technology doesn't make sense, because then we are seeing that already at a rate of 3% every year, the farmers are getting out of farming. Now, do we want to have food without farmers? That can be challenged, but in Global South, you cannot have it. In most of the countries in Global South, more than 45% of their working force is farmer. Now, if you remove them from farming, what else they'll be doing? And this is where, again, coming back, I think technology need to have a human face. We have to understand actually like, what we need to produce globally, how much we need to produce. We cannot have a situation when there is a glut, and because of the glut the prices crashes, and then farmer end up bearing the brunt. So we make them produce more, then we penalize them for producing more. So I believe like predictive analytics more than farmers need to be used by the policy makers when they are making policies on import export, need to be used by agri businesses when they are setting a price, the floor price, when they are doing the procurement, whether it is ADM, the Cargills, the Olams of the world, when they are going and procuring from the farmers, at what price actually would be profitable for them to sustain. That is where again the predictive analytics needs to be used. Now coming to the farmers, I believe actually like a lot of talk about using predictive analytics for the farmer. In my view, like just focusing on one part of it, increasing productivity, it's not helping the farmers currently.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Deepak. Moving on, joining us today, we also have Dov Fetman, Chief Financial Officer at Tevela Robotics Technologies. With an extensive background in financial leadership, Dov has previously served as CFO and Senior Board Member at Lahava Aerostructures at Israel Aerospace Industries, overseeing a $345 million division with nearly 800 employees. Dov, can you please describe the key elements of the global labor shortage in the fruit harvesting vertical, and what differentiates your solution comparing to other available technologies in the fruit harvesting sector?
Thank you so much, but I think before I start to talk, maybe the best way is to show you a 1-minute video to showcase our technology. So if you can present the video. This is the cool stuff. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So really, I personally, I think it's cool. I know I'm biased, but referring to a question, the world has a labor shortage problem because the young generation basically doesn't want to work in agriculture, and specifically in the food vertical farming, because it's a very hard, seasonal, low-paid job. And the younger generation basically prefer to work in the service industries, like restaurants, Ubers, hotels, and we see it also in the development countries, in underdeveloping countries. Basically, our massive markets is in South America, when the labor wages is quite low, but the farmers cannot recruit the younger generation as it used to be. So I can ask you, even the audience, do you know what is the average age of a fruit picker today? Just guess. Do you know what is the average age of a fruit picker? Some 45, 50. What else? Another one. Not even close. Sorry? The average age is 63. 63 years old. So if we will not harness robotics to perform this task, very soon, and we see it now, fruit going to be food for the wealthiest. And this is a problem that we have to tackle right now. This is let's say, a red light alarming. And basically what differentiates our technology for other technologies that are available is that we develop a special utilized drone to pick almost every fruit from the trees to the bin. Because in the orchard vertical, you have to be flexible. You cannot do it with, let's say, 3 degrees of freedom robotic arms. And robotic arms are quite expensive to maintain and to produce. And our utilized drones are easy to handle. And if one robot mainly, I don't know, have crashed during the picking cycle, it's a plug and play methodology. Because the harvesting, the picking cycle should not be stopped. This is a very limited period of time that the system have to work non-stop. So we try to imitate the move of the birds or the bees to attach every fruit on the tree, because this is the most crucial part of that important to the farmers. Pick all the fruits. And because it's robot, it doesn't have any negative labor marginal productive issue, because after 1 hour, 2 hours in the sun, the employee just want pick and throw and go home. It is a robot. It can repeat the same action from the beginning of the shift to the end of the shift. So the quality of the fruit being picked by our system, it's better by 17% in opposed to the human pickers. So I think this one is answering your questions. And right now we're basically operating in Europe, Italy, France, North America and United States, and in South America, Brazil, Argentina, and Chile. And we're completing the funding right now to operate in other locations.
I like very much what you say, and I love the very impressive video. So from Epicon Capital, we're interested to continue discussions after for investments.
Thank you.
Moving on, joining us today is also Felipe Isai Barreto Velarde from Heliopath.ai, where he develops RiverFox, a decision support platform that uses AI, satellite data, and crop models to optimize irrigation and sustainability practices. With expertise in agronomy, AI, and large-scale operations, Felipe brings a unique perspective on applying trustworthy data-driven solutions to real-world farming challenges. Felipe, pleasure to have you with us. Given your experience developing RiverFox and integrating AI with real-world agronomic workflows, what are the key challenges in applying predictive analytics on farms, and how can farmers ensure actionable insights from AI tools?
Thank you, Sophia. And I'm also grateful to join this panel. It's been really interesting to listening to what you're addressing. And so challenges, there are a lot of challenges. We heard labor shortages. We've been hearing that information as processed is not just hard information without any processing is little or almost no value for farmers. And this is exactly the main focus or the main challenge that agriculture has to be approached in a global way, but in a context-specific term. And we're focusing currently in irrigation only, but to think back on how complex it is to implement technology, we have to think about what are the real challenges of a specific region, a specific crop, the labor that it's involved in it, what is the policy behind some decisions of crop being valuable or not, what are the policies of employing people. Let's say I am Mexican. I've worked with farms in Mexico and in Germany, and the realities are very different. And what AI allows us to do is to bring this global power of a large amount of data to a very specific application. So as an example, for picking fruits, I've worked with the implementation of AI in quality control in automation, and the problem there was that there was very experienced people that had a great eye to identify scratches on a very glowy surface. So this knowledge and capacity, once the person leaves the fabric, it will be lost. And AI allowed us to implement this into quality control. And we're doing the same in irrigation. So we're evaluating how experts in irrigation are taking decisions to create behavior that allows us to address these challenges of what is the best decision in a specific context for a specific crop, in a specific weather, for a specific soil. And I see that there is the largest challenge, because I can be talking it as it would be, yeah, that is obvious, but it's not obvious when you have to talk to farmers, to people who are going actually out into the field and turning on the pumps or turning them off. Or if they go and they say, no, this plant will maybe need irrigation in 2 days. And, but technology and sensors say otherwise. So this is what AI allows us to address, but it's also a challenge in real implementation. But yeah, thank you, Sophia.
Thank you so much. And moving on to Mr. Srinivas Viranki, Managing Director of AG-Reveal Crop Science Services. With over 27 years of experience in R&D and leadership roles across global agrochemical companies, Srinivas brings deep expertise in product development, agronomic innovation, and sustainable agriculture. Mr. Srinivas, with your extensive experience in R&D and agronomic development across global markets, how do you see AI-driven predictive analytics transforming crop management and decision-making for farmers and agribusinesses?
Thanks for the question. And really, I can say that farming in the coming days is getting transformed a lot because of artificial intelligence. Why I'm saying, maybe 15, 20 years back, when Google Maps were not there, we don't know at what time we are going to reach our office, or at what time we are going to back our home. At least now it is very easy for us to understand exactly, to plan accordingly, at what time you can reach by seeing where the traffic is. It is like that. In future, the coming days, if farmer knows what is going to happen to his crop in the entire crop period life cycle, then it makes a lot of impact. I'll quote one example here. In the peak harvesting season for any crop, if a cyclone is going to hit that cropping period, if farmer can understand that thing well in advance, he can prepone his planting or sowing time so that he can save the produce. So AI tools in future, they're going to make a lot of change in not only planning. In a current scenario, if you see, most of the farmers, they are investing more in agri inputs like fertilizers, pesticides, mostly I can say. If AI tools in future brings a change like the cost, if it reduces the cost of all these inputs, then agriculture will be definitely a profitable crop, I can say. And coming to pesticide usage or fertilizer usage, most of the farmers now, particularly if you see the eastern world, most of the applications are time-based rather than need-based application. So I have a crop of chili, I need to apply some pesticide every week or every 10 days, irrespective of the need. So AI tools will bring a lot of change in this. Instead of time-based application, wherever there is a pest, then only you go. They will suggest to the farmers that, so no time-based applications. The pest is there, next 2 days, your crop is going to hit black thrips or other thrips, Podoptera, whatever it may be. So next few days, this pest is crossing ETL, go for apply this chemical. So these kind of transformations are going to happen. So, say for example, if a farmer is spending around $1,000 a hectare by going with time-based applications, with AI tools, if he moves to need-based applications, maybe 40 to 60% cost will come down. That means his profit is going to increase. Just I am quoting an example of pesticide. Maybe we can apply for all inputs like fertilizer management. Fertilizer management also farmer is doing like that only. Need-based, no, time-based, there is no need-based. So in future, I think AI brings a lot of transformation in agriculture in increasing the farmers, I can say, a profit or cost-benefit ratio, whatever it may be. Now we are thinking that the commodity price is low and all. But if you do a back calculation like how much we are spending, if you compare with spending versus returns, definitely now it is very high. But intelligent spending, how it will come? With AI, farmer can intelligently spend, they can reduce the cost, automatically, they will increase the profits. A lot of transformation is going to happen. At the same time, I think in future, farmer also can work from home. He need not go to field each and every day because with modern AI tools, he can, already weather stations are there. He can predict what is going to happen next 10 days, 15 days, and accordingly he can plan irrigation. If it rains, he can skip the irrigation. If there is a prolonged dry spell, and he can go for the irrigation. At the same time, pest prediction models like a lot of pheromone traps, automated traps are there. Based on that, he can understand what is going to happen, which pest is going to infest his field. So immediately on the online platform, he can order the relevant pesticide, and from there he can connect to a drone applicator. That guy will go and apply. Just at sitting home, a farmer can manage his field. Lot of transformation we are going to see in the agriculture sector in future, and definitely I strongly believe that AI plays a wonderful role in transforming the farm, not only farmers, and farming families as well. And these kind of technologies will attract a lot of rural youth for the agriculture. Now most of the rural youth, they are migrating to cities, doing jobs and all. But a relevant technology, if it comes, definitely most of the rural youth also will get into agriculture. And definitely agriculture is going to a great, profitable sector in the coming years with AI. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this is the end of the session. In conclusion, to make a real impact, we need to target the challenges about automation, labor shortage, and machine learning. And let me know if there is someone who would like to have any question for the speakers. Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. My name is Ramos. Congrats for the participants. As a matter of fact, I don't have a specific question. I would like to give an example of a new application of AI in agriculture. I work with the basics, the basis of everything you're talking about. I work with the microbiome that allows everything to exist, all the roots, all the plants, all the soils and everything. And the microbiome is generating such an amount of information that without AI, we wouldn't be able to understand what is happening. We're working with DNA sequencing, what generates billions of information, billions of sequences that we have to analyze and understand what is happening and what we have to understand to improve fertility, to improve water preservation, and to make agriculture more and more precise and productive in the world. Thanks for the attention.
How to to manage the adoption? Because you talk about to reduce the chemical, and for farmers, this is maybe 0.8 cents of dollar per hectare. But if the farmer has some problem because they decrease the quantity of some chemicals and have a real problem, maybe they lose more than $30 per hectare in yields. How to manage the risk for farmers today?
Yeah, it is just to monitor the field regularly throughout the cropping period. That is the key in in providing the inputs, as well as at the same time we can understand the progress throughout the cropping period. That is very important. These AI tools will send you the notifications and all, and this pest is going to happen next week. He can apply. Or this kind of micronutrient deficiency is going to happen in the next week. And accordingly, proactively farmer can use the tool, and accordingly he can apply whatever the relevant chemical may be, whether it is a fertilizer, pesticide, whatever it may be. Yeah.
So it is a risk even to adopt a new technology, and they are paying for it when the margins are also very low for farmers. So how we are addressing it, I had a meeting yesterday talking about banana. There is a huge sickness of banana. It's a fungi that affects a lot the leaves, and if there is no leaves, there is no banana production at the end. We have a problem with banana because it's very low in genetic variety, so if it's virulent, you can see plantations be gone. And how we are addressing it with technology in first creating a very good scientific approach in which we identify the variables, but to reduce pesticides, reduce fertilizer use to increase sustainability. You cannot say everything is bad. We are now talking about an integrated approach in which fertilizers, organic matter, the microbiome is being implemented. And in this way, the whole sustainability is also increased, because not every technology is affordable for farmers. Talking about biorational technology, it's expensive and smallholder farmers are not able to buy it. So how does technology play a role? We are using weather data, soil data, and gathering all of these behaviors of the farmers to find the best match that brings us to the best outcome. This is only one example, but I don't think that we can talk about only organic, only on a global scale. Of course, for niche requirements, it's applicable, but on a global impact is too short.
Thank you so much. Please give them a huge round of applause.